Good evening and welcome to your view with me on Koputse JJ Tabane. Tonight, at the end of tonight, we'll be talking for that round table. At the end of tonight, we're having a series talking about transformation. Of course, we'll also touch on the issue of Eskom. But I wanted to just refer to the story that Chikane read over there about, a Stina dairy farm. The theft of people's resources, the theft of monies that are supposed to be directed at people, is on a completely different scale when it comes to the Guptas. It's on a high scale. Higher grade. Higher grade. Yeah? How do you take hopes of people to have a dairy farm, right? Take that, use that to siphon money out of the country. And what's irritating is with the collaboration of the Free State government at that point led by Eskom. But Dr. Eskom, PhD in what? In about I use it to all this thing you forward to fella Mutasaba fella no doctor. And then you have this chap Museveni's one who have absolutely no time for. Was also there in the front row of thieving there in the Free State. And then they promote him in a typical ANC fashion. When you stuff up, you get promoted. I want to promote, but no. This guy has done very well in the Free State in agriculture. When they motivate now, you want to ask, why have you appointed Museveni? But no, he did very well in the Free State. Now I want to very well at the working. Milk out of the mouths of children. And with no shame, I'm a promoter. No, go and be minerals, go and steal minerals. Now they wanted grand theft now. Grand theft. A poor and rotten mining charter that was meant to steal by customers or like Gupta in the law. That's how bad things were. Let's listen to what Lord Hains had to say at the State Capture Commission earlier this week.
The Sahara Computers instance. The court files have recently shown that 98% of Sahara's profits, and it was, I think, a Gupta-owned company ultimately, 98% of its profits came from payments made by a bogus IT company, a UWO, an unexplained wealth order source, in other words. And a UWO would have been a powerful tool in seizing the assets that could have been plainly not a purchase as a result of that company's legitimate activities. So there's a homegrown example here in South Africa under the Gupta saga where they manipulated Sahara Computers and an associated entity. And if you'd had unexplained wealth orders, you could have immediately gone and seized those assets if attention was drawn to them. Some of the criminals involved, and the Guptas are an example of this, go to countries where there are no extradition agreements, or where there are extradition agreements, Chair. Those are not properly enforced. So the Guptas went to Dubai, for instance. That's where they reside. They have a home there, a registered home. And that's where they went, as I understand it, after fleeing South Africa early in 2018. And although there is now an extradition agreement between South Africa and Dubai, which there wasn't previously, they haven't been extradited. And I would, I hope that the Commission will be able to find out why that is the case. Is it been a failure at the Pretoria end, as it were, or at the Dubai end? I suspect it's the Dubai end, and we may well come back to that, Chair. My concern is that the South African authorities, the government and its agencies, are not pursuing asset recovery with the urgency that is needed. Example of the wedding by the Gupta sons.
Now, we need a white Englishman from United Kingdom to tell us that we are not pursuing criminals in our midst with the necessary agents, because those criminals are connected with some highly politically connected individuals. That's the trouble that we are in. That's why I'm saying that I am very, very keen to see when that Estina Diary report is finalized. I want to see who is going to be in the front row of being arrested. And I'll be very surprised if Makashule and Musabenzi Zwane are not arrested along with the Guptas. And the Guptas must be extradited. Those arrangements have almost been finalized. The government must stop dilly-dallying and make sure that these guys must come here and account. Anyway, a little later on, I'll be talking to Kaiser Kanyaho, who's the new head of communication for the Special Investigating Unit, and he'll be telling me about what's cooking there. The SIU apparently is sitting with tons and tons of cases. The Minister of Justice, speaking at the gala dinner of lawyers on Friday, said that he has to sign SIU proclamations every single day. Every single day. Tama Maseko, who was my guest on Sunday, tells me that the thieving that is being described at the State Capture Commission is only getting worse. And I have absolutely no reason to disbelieve it. If you watch the Auditor General reporting, the guy wants to pull his hair. Because just between last year and this year, when we are talking Tumamina and the New Dawn, and which is probably a yawn now, 10 more billion rands was stolen. Was stolen. And the politicians, they get hot under the collar. No. You know, the Auditor General's report, when it says wasteful expenditure, is not necessarily corruption. The Auditor General says it is. And as in Nanikid Auditor General, it is. That's exactly what it is. Because instead of following process to procure, people take a shortcut. Instead of being transparent about, they bring their friends, they bring their mistresses and girlfriends to get tenders. Mara West, the most brazen one, is where government officials do business with themselves. 2,000 of them in 2009 were found by the Auditor General and Scopa to have been doing business with themselves. The company is registered in his name, the person is a DG or a chief director. That company is registered in his name. How brazen can you be? Man. Anyway, Eskom. You know, in this country, we have to be, you know, the English people, be thankful for small mercies. Be thankful for small mercies. It's another version of let them eat cake. It's a more polite version. Be thankful for small mercies. At least CEO ya Eskom. Whether it's blue or pink, at least CEO ya thing. Be thankful for small mercies. Of the most important SOE in this country. I know you would have preferred an equity candidate, you know, as a black organization. Just speak straight, man. This is bad. It's bad because it looks like it's a trend now that in the midst of the messages about change, at the very helm, it's not taken serious. Half of the SOEs here, their BEE credentials are rotten. They still procure from Van der Merwe 1960. That's why they're still procuring. But no, but procure for yes. Party, but the manufacturer go for transformation. One mouth talks transformation, the hand implements. The same old people who have been procuring in these SOEs for years. Becoming millionaires out of Eskom, millionaires out of SAA, and all of this. This collapse of millions is because of these people who are part of an unchanging landscape of the SOEs. Those SOEs are not about to change. Because collapse these things, but quality to. That's the message we are sending. We couldn't find an engineer in this country to run Eskom. And almost apologize now. No, we welcome it. It's to stabilize Eskom. Be thankful for small messes. That's what we have been told. Just shut up and just swallow it up. You must have cake. The fact that the guy, collapsed the share price of Nampeg, that's why, no, don't talk about that. Hush, hush, hush. He's not an engineer, he's a law degree and MBA. Mara. It's no two about electricity, where it starts, where it ends. No. Out of 147 people, they couldn't find anyone else with an engineering degree or who has an idea about something that's related to energy. No, nobody must criticize. Be thankful. Just shut up and be thankful for small messes. After all, your black CEO who was there failed. But really depressed. So just shut up. That's the message we are getting. I'm not being negative. I'm just telling you what message you are sending us. That's what's happening in this country, unfortunately. Hi, Larry. We have to go back to the basics. I'm going to be talking to the CEO of the National Education Collaboration Trust, that the Godwin cause about the culture of reading. That's where we must start. Then we will complain less maybe in 20 years. Because sometimes we put these things nicely. It's very, our children cannot read for meaning. That basically our children can't read. That's what it means. That in the international arena, we rank at the bottom when it comes to literacy and numeracy. But maybe it's because, parents who maybe didn't go to school or whatever are asked to do homework for the kids, which I never understood. But no, these people must teach the kids at home. They are not credit. Whether I understand it or not is the secondary matter. Anyway, Godwin Cause is going to make me understand this. How are we going to get out of this trouble? Certainly, we're not going to get out of that trouble by exiting people less than at 9. Or saying it's all right if they pass at 30% go matric. It's a mess, man, what we are doing with our education in this country. But we cannot wait for government, and initiatives like this that says, let's focus on the reading culture are important. And I'll be talking about that to him. It doesn't help if 80% of our schools don't have libraries. I guess WhatsApp. Because 80%, it's a staggering statistic, that 80% of schools don't have libraries. Then you ask, when they were playing in this school, have I talked about sectionary library? Never read. No, air to empty. But I want to go big. I don't know. Sometimes what's happening in this country. But let's take a break. After the break, we talk to the CEO of the National Education Collaboration Trust, that Godwin Cause. Stay tuned.